going to allow them. We negotiate on the debt equity ratio because ordinarily equity is expensive. And because equity is expensive, you don't want the debt equity ratio to be significantly, or the equity to be significantly high. So at a debt equity ratio of 30-70, 30 being equity and 70 being debt. You know, when you borrow foreign currency or foreign denominated loans, you can borrow at 8-9%, maybe today up to 10%. But for equity, you can get equity given the market today. You can get it up to 18%, 16%, maybe 15%. So when you do a debt equity ratio of 30-70, we do appreciate that the equity part will be slightly expensive. But the beautiful thing is that we price down percentage of equity so that whereas equity is expensive, it is only 30%. So these are some of the disclosures. These are some of the disclosures we have not carried us along to understand what exactly we are doing. Then next time we'll have a loudspeaker so that you can communicate well. So with the disclosure that we need to make, what kind of timelines are we looking at so that when the concession agreement is processed through the PPP Act, and there's a very articulate process which will include coming to the board of KAA, it will include getting the legal opinion from the Attorney General, it will include going to Cabinet, it will include taking the concession agreement to Cabinet. And I want to assure you, Cabinet is here to protect the interest of our Kenyans. What we have agreed today, and why don't we be patient together? Kwa sababu the Secretary General amesema tumekubaliana na kuna maandishi tumekubaliana. Let me allow the SG to basically read through what we have agreed, how we are going to work together, and build consensus on way forward. And I don't see any points of divergence if we are talking to each other, if we are communicating. So we have agreed that we'll work with your yes. So I think it is important that we have agreed, we have an agreement on a return to work formula, and I want to invite the Secretary General of KOTU to read to us what we have agreed today. Yes. What is very important, and what I want to say from the government position, is that we are also aware that we have been taken to court. This presents a good opportunity to present all the documents to court in a form of a public participation, because maneno ikienda kotini, all the documents will be put out there. And this is part of the communication that will help us as government to continue communicating, continue public participation, and ensure everybody does get what the government is seeking to do to basically employ the PPP framework to open our infrastructure in roads. I also represent roads. To open our infrastructure in airports, to open our infrastructure in schools for our students, and so on and so forth. So I want to thank you, Brother Atoli, for being with us this afternoon, for reaching that consensus agreement on a return to work formula. And let me now invite you to come and manage the program. Asanteni sana. Thank you so much.
Comrade power! Power! Comrade power! Power! You are great people. Katibu atawasomea yale tumesema. But what I can say